Hi, it's me again. Now, regular viewers of this channel may very well know how I feel about the TV licence. I think it's very unfair. It shouldn't exist at all. It's such an unfair way of doing business. Yes, you can opt out of it, but if you do, you're going to get hounded and demanding money with menaces, people knocking on your door, shitty letters. You're going to get all of that. But it's not just unfair, it's also unjust. Have a look at this story with me and we'll have a chat about it as always, shall we? More than 8 in 10 BBC licence fee evaders are prosecuted behind closed doors. I mean, we'll talk about the story in a minute, but it's the word evaders that's bored my piss a bit there. You know, not everybody there genuinely needed a TV licence. Many of this 8 in 10 would have been stitched up by someone knocking on your door. They're very good, these goons. They twist your words. Sometimes they have been known to make snidey documents and stuff like that. You know, it's messy. When you pay people commission, you're incentivizing them to make a sale no matter what they have to do, right? So yeah, I don't like the word evaders there, but yeah, let's read on. The BBC was at the centre of a secret justice row on Thursday as it emerged more than 8 in 10 licence fee evaders are prosecuted behind closed doors without even registering a plea. Ministry of Justice data analysed by The Telegraph shows a doubling in the proportion of cases being decided in secret by a single magistrate without the defendant appearing in court or having any legal representation. You know, the whole licence fee system is bent, isn't it? And it takes up so much of the court's time. You know, it says here, cases have risen from 69,000 to 126,500 people. That's 126,500 magistrate hearings a year. How is that helping anything? No wonder it takes so long to get through a court case, because they're all tied up doing this utter nonsense. So now they're speeding it through by the look of it. And how's that fair to anybody? This TV licence fee thing is just, it's just draconian and old-fashioned, and it doesn't work. And it's got to go. It's got to go, isn't it? The proportion dealt with through this so-called single justice procedure by a lone magistrate jumped from 40% of all TV licence cases in 2016 to 98% in 2019. That's a numerical increase from 69,000 to 126,500. This has coincided with a significant increase in the proportion registering neither a guilty nor a not guilty plea, up from 79% to 86%, even though this means they could be fined up to £1,000 in their absence by a magistrate sitting out the glare of the public eye. It's just wrong. It's just wrong, isn't it? You know, paying, it's just wrong. It's just wrong, isn't it? People being forced to feel they need to pay a tax to watch the TV, and some people genuinely can't afford it. I mean, it is disproportionately women that get prosecuted for this, because they're easily bullied by the door-to-door salesman, or they might be single mothers, things like literally can't afford the 13 quid a month to pay for it and don't feel that they should have to pay for it. And they don't know how to play the game, and they end up in this situation. And it's just absolutely wrong. And it just really winds me up. And this licence fee thing's got to go. The 2027 rule charters, it's got to change it. It has to go, doesn't it? It has to go. I mean, when it comes to fines, they always put on the letters, you could be fined up to £1,000 plus any legal costs, blah, blah, blah. Let's have a look at the fine, shall we? The BBC said the average fine was £198, although courts can impose costs for the prosecution, which are normally £120, and take no account of ability to pay. So they go through all of that. All of that. They take innocent, probably mostly good, I don't know everybody, but let's say good people, because I like to think the best in people, to court. You know, they get all the worry, all the stress of all of that, when the reason they haven't paid may very well be because they're stressed and out of work or whatever anyway. All of that to give them a fine which isn't far off the cost of a licence fee. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it's a draconian system, and it's got to go. It's got to go. So one of the other things I just quickly want to talk about here is there's statements from TV licensing. If you want to read this whole article yourself on The Telegraph, I'll put a link in the description. You can have a look. But there's a spokesperson for TV licensing has made a comment, right? And it says here, we work with groups throughout the UK which support people who fall into financial difficulty, and we have payment plans available to help spread the cost and make regular payments. Yeah, that's true. They work with loads of the debt charities, and I've talked about it on here before. And I made a video, I think I went through 10 or 11 of the debt charities to see what advice they give with regards to the TV license. And only one said if you are struggling financially, you may not have to pay it as long as you don't watch anything that's been broadcast or use iPlayer. They're debt charities. You go to them because you're in trouble. I've been to Step Change. I've been through Step Change twice when I was in financial difficulty. And never once was I told I can save that money every month by not paying for the TV license. If you're in trouble, surely that's important information, right? But when it says here, the spokesperson for TV Licensing said, we work with groups throughout the UK. TV licensing themselves don't work directly with these debt charity groups. Their PR agencies do. And the PR agencies are employed to help promote the fact, well, not the fact, help promote the idea that you have to pay for a television license, when actually you don't. And the debt charities would be better off giving that information, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And there's only one easy way. It's not hard at all. It's a really easy way if you ever find yourself worried about this, right? And could this happen to you for not paying your TV license? There's only one way you can get into trouble for it, and that's when one of their goons or door-to-door salesmen knock on your door and you drop yourself in it. I don't condone watching stuff you shouldn't be watching without a television license, okay? I never condone that. But the only way they could know is if you tell them. If you close the door and you do not talk to them, it's not possible for you to be taken to court for evasion of the TV license. It's that simple. Yeah, well, I think I've made it quite clear how I think about all of this. And as I say, if you want to read the article, I always put a link to the articles in the description for all of this. But do let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, because it's just ridiculous. And none of these people would have gone to court if they didn't speak to the goons that knocked on the door. You don't have to speak to them. They're not police. They're not bailiffs. They don't have any powers. Go on the TV licensing website. They tell you straight that these people don't have any powers. They're door-to-door salesmen. Just close the door in their face and you can't be taken to court for it. It's that simple. We need to educate as many people as possible into that way of thinking, really, don't we? Just to get this stopped, because it's ridiculous and it just makes me all sad inside. It really, really does. But anyway, enough rambling. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because if you do that, hopefully, very hopefully, I'll get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.